feel like I need to get better at doing noodly stuff. Like singers are always playing and underneath they're like vibing. But anyway, it's a little bit funny, this feeling inside. I'm not one of those who can easily hide, and I know it's not much, but it's the best I can do. A gift is my song, and this one's for you, if I get it in the right tune. Welcome to M3's 3D, where everything is made up and the points don't matter. Morning roundup, shark, eagle head, another Freud. This David guy's about done. Yep, another guitar octo. Maybe this is the one we will do color shift on. Happily, this effing D20 is actually getting done. And this is a drink cup. That's the burger meat. We stopped it intentionally. Big David, very, very happily. This is working just as it should. Temperature situation is nice, and it's just printing that D20 like a champ. We're printing the top bun here, and it is working out nicely. Also very satisfying this morning. This is the Prusa sliced drink cup. Top came out pretty good. That's always a little bit of a risk with that much overhangage, but you can just see that's nice and smooth. So we got drank. Flipping it on the other side, thought that was a piece of scrap or something. You can see that it lifted off a little bit, but obviously that does not look bad. I mean, that's fine right there. We're gonna package a few more things. D20 came out real nice. I think like a month ago I had one of these guys break, so we are just bubble wrapping the crap out of these things. D20s are kind of like simultaneously the bane of my existence and one of my main claims to fame. And we've got Big Sharky Classic Gray, and actually it looks really good. These Prusa sliced ones, man, that is just a great looking shark. I wonder what the Spanish dub of Star Wars from back in the day sounds like. Like, surely that must exist. Probably super famous. A lot of Spanish speaking people, that was like what they grew up with. No es luna poquito. El Death Star es muy gigante. Just ordered tacos, we're picking them up. If Jerry's there, maybe I'll ask him. If you think about it, the Spanish language dub of Star Wars, it's gotta be probably the most popular language dub of any movie. I mean, maybe there's been something bigger. I don't know how you would measure this. I don't know, maybe it's something like Chinese. It really might not be Spanish. Okay, here's the thing that I think I could say. In America, the most popular Spanish language dub version of any movie is probably Spanish Star Wars. Seems like that's just gotta be true. Man, that would be such a cool piece of Star Wars ephemera. I'm sure super collector fans have it. A VHS copy of Spanish Star Wars. That would be like so weird and cool. You know, humor has changed a lot over the years, but there will always be certain things that are just perennially funny. One of those things is the gag that TV shows and stuff always do, or at least used to do, where somebody is speaking Spanish or some other language and the subtitles, you know, tell you what they're saying and it's something ridiculous. It's just never not gonna be funny. We'll be 100 years old and that'll still be hilarious. No sé pocolones que la manaquilla. Bag secured. I was just trying to think actually of the first time that gag was done in movies or television. I'm not an expert, but I'm actually pretty sure I think there's a decent bet the Spanish language or foreign language dub gag was first done on I Love Lucy. You'd have to think that it wouldn't have been terribly long after there was like sound, because you have to have sound really to do that gag. So, you know, the 50s being kind of the first time somebody thought of that gag, it seems plausible. If anybody doesn't remember, which probably very few people will, at one point, of course, Lucy is meeting Ricky's family in Cuba. Obviously, this is pre-embargo and all that kind of thing. It's weird to think that people used to just go to Cuba like any other Caribbean place. It was just fine, you know? So anyway, Ricky's trying to tell Lucy how to say some stuff in Spanish, and she's, you know, of course, horrible at it for comedic effect. And so he's trying to teach her muchas gracias. And she calls his uncle something like macho grasa. I think that means fat pig. I guess maybe there was like a gorda in there somewhere, but I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna look it up when I get back. It just seems like that can't have been done much earlier than that. One possible exception though is a lot of the early I Love Lucy episodes, believe it or not, were based on a radio show that Lucille Ball actually did. Like, if you think of some of the classic I Love Lucy episodes, there are like radio play versions of them that are almost exactly the same. However, her husband in that radio show was not from Cuba, so they probably wouldn't have done that joke. Kind of a cool logo. I mainly like Spanish because it's the language that Chihuahuas speak. I don't fear the man who's practiced one kick. I fear the man who's kicked me 1,000 times. We got a bunch of machines to reset. Oh yeah, the guy with the Bronze Knight. Remember how frustrating that was? He left a good review, which was awesome. Man, what a G. So we're probably gonna list the Bronze Knight today, since we know that he's a happy guy. He's not gonna freak out if he sees his item online. Not that most people would, but just saying. We're gonna do that. We're probably gonna reset the printers first, and I think it is coffee time. You may have just heard me bump into something. What I bumped into is this glass, and I put this off of its track and did a layer shift. However, I just layer shifted it back perfectly. Like, that never happens. When you accidentally bump a printer bed, it is so hard to just get it back the exact right amount, but I just did that. I can feel it. Like, the lines are exactly where they should be. That's so wild. You can see it's pretty much perfectly in line. Man, that is such a weird thing. If you've never done that, that's like a miracle, pretty much. I think I'm getting these crazy 3D printing ninja skills. Bumped the bed out of alignment, I yanked it once, and it was perfectly back in alignment. That was just so strange. One thing that's always in alignment, Dunkin' Donuts. I wonder if the reason people say perfectly legal instead of legal is because, like, a lot of times if you say that's a legal thing to do, it sounds like you're saying that's an illegal thing to do. But if you say perfectly legal, that's a perfectly legal thing to do. It's much less confusing. Coffee thoughts. Here's an interesting one. If you've been watching for a long time, you might remember my bearded dragon headphone stand. Somebody just bought one for the first time, you know, organically. Apropos of nothing, but I just heard somebody say something about this show that Bill Cosby did in the 90s called The Cosby Mysteries. Apparently this is part of the intro or the first episode or something. I just gotta show you this because it's freaky. Just look at... Yikes. Subtle. Got the Bronze Knight listed. I kind of spent probably too long doing keyword research, but, well, we did it. Bam. And a very nice Prusa sliced D20. Here, of course, Little Shark. Here we got small fries. We're gonna do the first color pass. Pair of Moais. Another solid day on the books. Radio cues. 70 Celsius bed temp is only 158 Fahrenheit. Yes, but it fluctuates a lot, is the point. That may be what it's set to, but that doesn't mean the fluctuations aren't significant. RMOY, something like that, or maybe it's RMO the third, I don't know. Elevation can also play a part in the bubble wrap. That makes sense. JP Letty. I'll be Beethoven. Love the zingers, man. I assume you're talking about those cream-filled things at the gas station. I love them too. Chihuahua of the day. Well, let's see. What am I grateful for? I think we are going to package everything tomorrow and get it all done. I think we're gonna do the thrift trip the day after, so we're gonna be doing another thrift trip very soon, so stay tuned. I'm pretty grateful for that. It's been a while. It's been, well, a month. So I'm feeling pretty good about that, and sales are good. Everything is good. Printers are working. All is right with the world. That's what I'm grateful for. We are the Gratitude Gang. Write a little gratitude in that commential section. Could be something big, could be something small. Extra points for appreciating the mundane, everyday joys. We drop the goodness every single day. Join the Discord. The link is below. Lots of positivity. You guys are the best. We contributed a lot to Mopar Dude's campaign, and that's really awesome. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.
Stay around you. I can't say what I need. This blinding adolescence I'm seeing to standing in a moment. What has been is cast aside, frozen there as time rode. I know that you must have died. Everything I emotions, and we're all going to die. So leave me something precious, another sunlight. Lions around you. Open up your light, time to say Auf Wiedersehen.